Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Ashley Westbrook, and I am the Director of Public Relations here at Emmanuel. First of all, I just wanted to thank you so much for joining us today as we celebrate Emmanuel's approval as a full member in the NCAA Division II. Today we'll hear from members of Emmanuel's senior management team, athletic department staff, and a representative from Conference Carolinas on what Emmanuel means to the conference and what this decision means to both the school and conference. Members of the media, if you have any further questions following today's program, feel free to come to the front afterwards, as today's speakers will be available for interview. To start things off, Dr. Ron White will share a little bit about the process and what this decision means for the college as a whole. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Emmanuel College is delighted to take our place in the NCAA Division II and in Conference Carolinas as an active member. The typical 3-year process took a little longer for us. It turned into a 5-year process, but we are extremely grateful to the NCAA in working with us to give us a little extra time to complete the process. And we are also very grateful for Conference Carolinas and its extraordinary support of our membership quest. And I use the word quest intentionally. There are many people who will be thanked today for their help, but I am deeply grateful for the leadership of our athletic director, Nate Mormon. He has led our athletic program with a steady hand and has kept all of us focused on the end goal of achieving NCAA membership. And whether it was dealing with NCAA consultants and staff members, or supporting discouraged coaches and athletes, or encouraging a weary president at times, Nate managed the process with courage and compassion. You know, our philosophy of athletics aligns well with the NCAA Division II, especially the focus of life in the balance. It is true that at some colleges and universities, athletes are treated as celebrities and focus more on athletics than academics. But the Division II philosophy and the Emmanuel College philosophy agree that our athletes are students first and athletes second. We make every effort to help our athletes focus long term. After all, they will only have 4 short years to compete at the collegiate level. After that, there's life. We help them see that the life they lead after college will depend on how well they learn and perform in the classroom, not how well they do on the playing field. That said, we also use the lessons of athletic activity and competition to shape attitudes and to learn life lessons about determination, hard work, goal setting, teamwork, personal as well as group achievement, and so much more. Our student athletes enjoy the best of both worlds. Great opportunities in the classroom and outstanding experiences on the playing field. We are excited about the future, and we look forward to a lasting relationship with the NCAA Division II and with Conference Carolinas. Now, would you please welcome Nate Mormon, our athletic director.
Well, thank you, Dr. White, and as we know, this is a great day for celebration. But to start, first I want to make sure we recognize people that were involved with this and give the thanks that we need to give. To start, Conference Carolinas for their continued support and assistance in every way imaginable during the move. We most certainly couldn't have done it without their help. Barry Blizzard and Russell Wright with Collegiate Consultant, who for the first few years of the membership process helped us guide us through the ins and outs of what it takes to be a Division II member. Our student athletes at Emmanuel College who've committed to Emmanuel College and believe in what we stand for. They stay determined alongside of us during the Division II process. And also our recent graduates. We've got student athletes that came to play Division II athletics that were here for 4 years and never got the opportunity to. And we owe them a debt of gratitude for their commitment to Emmanuel College. Also like to thank our coaches who stayed focused, driven, and believed in the process. They've continued to recruit quality student athletes throughout the process, and we can't be more appreciative of that. Our administration at Emmanuel College, the senior leadership team, for their focus on helping us become NCAA members, while managing a few other minor challenges that Emmanuel College has had to face in recent years. Certain departments on campus, admissions, registrar, and financial aid, for a lot of you might not know, they have to kind of go through the grind with us. They've changed their policies and procedures to make sure that we're in line with what we need to do here to become full members. They've been an integral part of the process, and we definitely thank them. And lastly, and certainly not least, is our very own Bridget Allen. She is our Associate AD of Compliance. She has served basically as an AD when we were absent in AD. She served as an SWA and a compliance coordinator for a rapidly growing and now very large athletic department. So there's absolutely no way we could have got through the process without Bridget. For 5 very short years, we've been in this membership process. And through the process, we've learned a lot about who we are. In our opinion, the experience of the membership process has really strengthened us to become a very strong Division II member. The Division II is about student athletes and focuses on balanced college and the balance of the college athletic experience while preparing students to be successful and impactful in life after college. This fits right into our athletic emphasis of building champions that change lives. I do want to mention there are some valuable truths that were mainstays for us and important to mention as part of the membership experience, and they'll continue to help us move forward. And there's 4 mainstays that I think are really important that we learned and experienced and will continue to implement. One is to never give up, no matter what. If you want to successfully accomplish something you set out to do, you can never give up. 2, surround yourself with quality people and effective leaders. 3 is to pray hard and pray often. 4 is never lose sight of our purpose, which is ultimately to improve the lives of our student athletes and to make them better from one day to the next. We've been fortunate during the past 4 years to compete in the Conference Carolinas with a full NCAA Division II schedule. This was actually a blessing. It allowed our coaches and our athletes to get acclimated to a higher level of competition. And this year, I believe 11 out of our 18 teams would have qualified for conference tournaments. Also in that 4 years, we had over 120 All-Americans in their associations that they were part of during the membership process. We've had over 8 coaches get Coach of the Year awards on our staff. We've had over 125 academic All-Americans and over 20 national championships won in the last 4 years. So we're really proud of our accomplishments and being able to participate at that level of play. We couldn't be in a better place competitively. I'm looking at Dr. Patterson and couldn't feel any more prepared. We're eager and excited about the opportunity to compete in Division II and the Conference Carolinas, and we plan to make both the Division II and Conference Carolinas proud as quality members. So to share his perspective as a coach, I'd like to welcome to the podium head baseball coach, Jeff Kilby.
I'm honored to be here today on this historic day for Emmanuel College and our athletic department. A day where we can celebrate the hard work of so many, the sacrifices that so many people who pour into Emmanuel College have made over this 5-year process. Today, it holds great significance for me as I enter my 13th year as a part of Emmanuel College, first as a student athlete, then as an assistant baseball coach, and now as a head baseball coach. I've been a part of so many experiences here as those 3 things, from the first time I stepped on campus as a wide-eyed freshman to now as the head baseball coach of our program. So I'm honored and humbled to be here today to be able to speak to you guys. When Coach Mormon asked me to talk, I was just racking my brain like, what does this decision mean to me? And I kept trying to focus on the future, and there are so many things that the future holds for our athletic department, our program in particular. But I couldn't help going back to think about, man, what has this process done already for us to be in the NCAA membership process, to go through those things. So if I didn't mention those, I feel like I'd be leaving out a huge part of what the NCAA has already done, not only what I believe that it will do for our institution. Some of the things, very, very briefly. During this process, I've experienced a lot of professional and personal growth, such as how to deal positively with adversity. This is something that we try to teach our student athletes, and this process has challenged us as coaches and administrators. There's another challenge. Well, we're just going to take it head on, and President White has led that charge, and I admire that in you. Second thing that I've seen is a heightened attention to detail. My assistant coaches can tell you I'm not a super organized person, but this process has made it to where we really need to be keen on what we're trying to do, whether it be a spreadsheet or pouring into the lives of our student athletes. That attention to detail is going to be huge for us. A vigor to chase your dreams regardless of circumstance. It would be really easy for us to have given up and turned around and went back to something that was easy. But at no time did I feel as a coach that our administrative staff was like, hey, we're going to give up and take the easy road. It was, hey, this is our dream, this is our goal, and we're going to go after it. And that's huge for me as a coach. And the last thing is the commitment to excellence in all that we do. I believe that the NCAA demands excellence, and that fits right with what we do here at Emmanuel College. We demand excellence of our employees and our student athletes alike. So that commitment to excellence, that excellence is what really stands out to me. Looking, to go back to your question about, what does the NCAA mean to me? Excellence is what kept coming to mind when I think about the future. The NCAA stands for excellence. Conference Carolinas stands for excellence not only on the field or the court or in the pool, but in the classroom. They really promote, I feel like almost at times, more the academic success of our student athletes over the athletic achievements. So that's really, really important to me. I'm sure we have athletes who dream that they want to go on and play at a higher level and be a professional athlete. But the reality is most of them are going to go on in life. And so to have that academic background is huge. And to have the NCAA and Conference Carolinas to support that along with us at Emmanuel is really important to me. I believe becoming full members, it gives us a chance to compete at the Division II level, which is a very high level athletically. We've seen that over the course of the last 4 years in competition. We've definitely experienced on the baseball field. Conference Carolinas is a very competitive conference, and in our region they do really well. So I'm excited to be a part of that tradition that has already been established. I think that becoming full members going forward, I think that the commitment to excellence that the NCAA and Conference Carolinas provide is going to be a constant reminder to our student athletes to strive for greatness, both in the classroom and on their respective playing field. Kind of in closing, like Nate said, I just want to thank all the student athletes who have been here, been a part of the process, some of those who are not going to get to participate in NCAA, and then those who will get to participate for a year or two. Your commitment to excellence in your sport and in the classroom has set the bar high for all those who come behind you. You may not ever see the impact that you have on the lives of the ones who will come after you, but it is greatly appreciated. The foundation that you've helped us to lay here will not go unnoticed. Becoming a member of Conference Carolinas and the NCAA is such a great accomplishment, and I, like so many other coaches, am excited to see what this chapter in the history of Emmanuel College will hold. To give us a perspective from a student side on what the NCAA decision means to them is Pearl-Ann Cipriano.
Hi everyone. First of all, I just want to big thank you to the NCAA and to everyone that did all the process. Nate Woman, Miss Bridget. I know you guys did a lot of process for this. It's a really long 5 years, but I'm so happy, and I know previous and future and current student athletes right now are really, really happy that we're actually NCAA Division II officially. as a tennis player, I've been at Emmanuel College for 3 years now, and you know, coming in not knowing that we weren't D2 officially was kind of scary, but then the whole process that we went through, and our coach was very, you know, told us like just pray about it and be patient with the process, we'll get through it. And now, like for my senior year, we're allowed to officially play. It's made a lot of our, well, all of my teams like excited to play. Like they want to be able to play the conference championships now and see what we can do this time around. We've been close every single year, and not being able to play the conference championship always frustrates us. But I'm so grateful that, you know, we've finally got Division II NCAA. So thank you for that. Like we've been praying for it every time. Before we go out the court, like we'll pray, and then after the match, we'll pray all together, just thanking everyone that, you know, we have this opportunity to play our sport that we love. And well, I want to thank my coach as well, Coach Katan. He never gave up on us, even though, you know, it's a hard process. And I think anyone from the student athletes would be grateful too, you know. They've been patient, everyone's been patient about having to be in NCAA. And I'm really looking forward to this year. It's my senior year, and I'm like, I want to do the best that we can for Emmanuel College too, and representing the Lions. And you know, being an athlete is important too, but Emmanuel College has helped me with my academics as well. Like, they've pressed on with academics as well as being an athlete, you know, like Mr. White said, you know, being an athlete is important, but academics is what's going to get you in the future as well. So, and my academics have been great here because Miss Bridget and Mr. Nate has always been like, we got to push you guys to, you know, get your GPA up right every time. And having that discipline is always important, I think. And, you know, I don't know what else to say. I'm just really happy and excited to be playing this year. Next up would be Sports Information Director, Lance Miller.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the athletic achievements that we've had in the past, kind of attest to a little bit of what Pearl was saying about how the women's tennis team has done well as all of these other sports. Emmanuel College has a very rich tradition in competitive athletics. From our humble beginnings back in 1959 with the very first men's basketball team to today where we have over 25 intercollegiate sports. We've won national championships, we have had coaches of the year, we've had players of the year, we've had Olympic athletes, so many academic achievements, and so forth. From the National Junior College Athletic Association to the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics to now the National College Athletic Association, the NCAA, we've been affiliated with lots of different things. And today this is definitely the most prestigious step that we've taken as an institution on the athletic side of things. And so we want to just say thank you to all of those that President White and Nate and all the others have already thanked for that. Well, we began this transition into the NCAA back in 2013. That means that for the last 5 years, we have been ineligible for postseason play at the NCAA Division II level. However, this did allow us a very unique opportunity to further develop our skills and prove that we can compete and succeed in this conference immediately. Since the transition began back in 2013, we've had over 130 All-Americans, over 130 academic All-American or scholar athletes, 10 coaches of the year, 2 men's basketball national championships, several individual national champions in sports like wrestling, track and field, cross country, and so forth. All of this was accomplished in other affiliations such as the NCAA. And while we are new to the conference, we've already accumulated many conference accolades. Emmanuel has consistently led or been among the leaders in areas like academic achievement, community service, and athletic success. This past year, Emmanuel led the conference with 334 student athletes represented on the conference's fall 2017 presidential honor roll. 2 days ago, the International Tennis Association announced Emmanuel College as one of only 2 schools in the conference with both the men and women tennis teams named all academic teams. Last fall, the women's swim team had the highest NCAA Division II GPA in the country with a 3.75 average. Athletics has had a huge focus on community service as well. Last Christmas, several initiatives took place, including Christmas gifts for children at the Royston Housing Authority, including bicycles for all of the students. We had literally a room full of bicycles, but thanks to all of the staff, the coaches, and some of the student athletes putting in money together to make this possible for all these students. We also purchased gifts for Haitian children through the Love Him, Love Them organization. Goods and hygiene items were provided to the Wentworth Women's Facility, and athletics provided several families with goods and supplies. Now, this is all in addition to the ongoing efforts throughout the year, including the mini project that several of the individual teams put on themselves. On the athletic side of things, we saw incredible performances for our teams this last season. Both the men and women's swim team had an undefeated dual meet season and went on to win the SC Conference Championships. The men's basketball team, they went on to win another NCAA National Championship and had the NCAA Coach of the Year. The women's volleyball team had the best season in program history, finishing second in the conference. One of the volleyball players, Julie LeBlanc, was the NCAA Player of the Year, and her, along with another athlete on the team, went on to lead in individual statistics in the Conference Carolinas. So we're always right there showing that we're competitive in the conference as well. The women's tennis team was ranked number 2 in the conference. Women's tennis, men's tennis, women's volleyball, women's soccer, women's basketball, and softball all went on to win NCAA regional titles. So we're right there competing for the divisional titles. Now we finally get that opportunity to do it for the conference. Women's wrestling had a national champion. The men's clay target team won a national championship, and so on. So while we're very proud of the accomplishments thus far, we're super excited to be able to continue this competition with the Conference Carolinas. We're thankful to the conference for being competitive and being super supportive in all of this. Thankful for all the coaches for all the work that you're putting forth, all the student athletes, and we're confident that we're going to move forward in the conference and hopefully bring some conference championships very, very soon. So up next, I'm going to have President White introduce our next speaker.
We're almost done. Greg Hearn, our Executive Vice President and CFO, will come in just a moment to finish the program. But before he does so, I would like to introduce you to Alan Patterson, the Commissioner of Conference Carolinas. Alan, if you would come and stand here with me. I can't say enough about what this man has done for our bid to become NCAA Division II. Conference Carolinas has given us an incredible amount of support from day one and throughout the entire 5-year process. It was a huge, huge part that they played, not only Alan, but also his staff at the commission office, as well as various presidents within the Conference Carolinas who stood tall, wrote letters of recommendation, and encouraged us throughout the process. They went to bat for us over and over again, and I do believe that their consistency and their persistence in basically bending the ear of NCAA staff and membership committee and management council and president's council members, I mean, they were in every aspect of NCAA spreading the news that Emmanuel College belonged in Conference Carolinas and belonged in NCAA Division II. Thank you, Alan. I wanted to say personally, before you say anything, thank you again for all you did for us. And now, Alan Patterson.
What a great day for Emmanuel College. This is terrific. I invite you to stand and applaud yourself and all those who have been working for it. Would you stand and join me? And while you're standing, if you are sitting close to someone who has been involved with this process, would you turn to them and shake their hands and congratulate them on this day? Okay, I recognize for those of you that are in the press that I've broken protocol with a press conference by doing that, and please accept my apologies, but this is just not only a great day for Emmanuel College, it's a great day for NCAA Division II, because they are receiving a member who has qualified, meets every standard that they have, and will be an asset across the United States as you take your competition and you take your message to all of us who are involved in Division II. Likewise, it's a great day for Conference Carolinas. It's one that we've anticipated for a long period of time. And recognize that Emmanuel College fits so well with the essence and narrative and vision of Conference Carolinas. You may have seen our relatively new tagline, which is champions in body, mind, and soul. And that is very meaningful to us. When we talk about the body, obviously we're talking about skills, and we're talking about high-level skills. When we talk about the mind, as we've mentioned here, that yes, we know that eventually the things that are learned on this campus intellectually will go a long way toward the success of each of our student athletes. And the soul is equally important. We are convinced that we can have championship level competition and greatly skilled student athletes that will be respectful, that will have sportsmanship, that will know how to deal with other people, that will embrace the community in which they live, whether it be on a team or it be the town in which they live. Emmanuel and Conference Carolinas embrace that philosophy. The last thing that I would mention is that we really all are about our student athletes. As we look at that whole endeavor, we know, the fortunate thing is that we know, because Emmanuel College has been competing now in our conference for 4 years, we know the quality of the student, not just as an athlete, but as people. We know the quality of your staff and your coaches as people. We look forward to that. It will be a terrific fit. But
Thank you, Alan, for those comments and for Conference Carolinas. Well, as you can imagine, as the Chief Financial Officer, I care about athletics because here at Emmanuel, over half of our students are student athletes. So that takes impact to a whole other level. First of all, even though I'm the financial guy, I recognize that these athletes and the athletic program, they contribute to the fabric of Emmanuel College in a very positive way. The way our coaches interact with our players and demand the best of them, that affects the rest of our campus. And so I'm deeply appreciative to Nate, the coaches of the athletic program, for how you contribute to the fabric of Emmanuel College. But as the Chief Financial Officer, as you can imagine, when over half of your students are athletes, then that is something that affects enrollment. And you've heard described today that we have had an extended process, and that's a euphemism really in our case. It's been a long process for membership. That kind of extension in the process creates uncertainty, and you even heard the word frustration used this morning. But I want to personally commend Nate and the coaches and the whole athletic department in the way they have managed that uncertainty. It could have been devastating to our enrollment for that kind of uncertainty to exist and not be managed well. But our coaches have, with integrity, they've been honest with our students about the NCAA membership, but they have managed the students' expectations. They have managed their hopes and dreams. They have managed this uncertainty with a great deal of skill. So from a financial standpoint alone, I want to say thank you to all the coaches, to the athletic department, for the way you have managed this extended process. So for me, it's a great day because of the impact on the fabric of Emmanuel College and our family, and because it's helped us survive financially. So thanks to everyone who made that possible. And now this concludes our remarks for today. We do invite members of the press to stay around. We can personally answer questions if we didn't cover it today. And we appreciate the part of the Emmanuel family that has come to celebrate with us today. So thank you for coming. We hope you have a great rest of the day.